Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Mary, and today, for the next few days, we are doing a massive studio reset. If you could look around right now, you'd see that this place is an absolute disaster. Over the span of 3 months, I am tackling 3 different events, and if you ever sold at an artist alley, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The pre-con prep is chaotic, but the post-con explosion is even worse. When I come home from an event, I just drop my bags, drop everything because I'm so exhausted. I just leave everything and I always tell myself I'll deal with it tomorrow or the next day, but the day never comes. Because of how bad it got, I knew I couldn't tackle it in just one afternoon. So this is gonna be a multi-day type of project. I am completely cleaning this space because it hasn't seen a broom in some time. And I'm also getting rid of some old bulky furniture and making a massive upgrade to my workspace, which you'll see in a bit. So grab a coffee, a tea, something, and let's get into day one. If you know me, you know I absolutely love to change the studio around. Refreshing the layout just brings in so much new creative energy. But before I could move a single piece of furniture, the very first step of day one was to tackle the hidden mess, organizing the drawers and throwing away trash. You wouldn't believe how much scrap paper, empty plastic bags, and just random packaging that I keep hoarding in here. Because I'm constantly making new products, my studio gets out of hand really fast, especially in the last few months with all the conventions. I had to go through all of my drawers and shelves and organize what was left. I tackle my crafts cart as well, where I keep all of my beads, which gets messy very easily. Once everything was sorted, I finally decided it was time to say goodbye to some of my old furniture. The white drawers in the back of my studio were taking up so much space, and honestly, the layout just wasn't making sense for my workflow anymore. I need a space where I can easily pack orders, move around freely, and not feel claustrophobic. Moving this old stuff out immediately made the room feel 10 times bigger, and as you know, my studio is very small, so this was the best decision ever. I took the opportunity to deep clean everything, from dusting to vacuuming and washing the floors. And yes, of course, I found so many spiders in the process. By the time the room was cleared out, I was totally exhausted, but my new piece of furniture had arrived and I was too excited to wait. I get really tired of sitting down the entire day. I have wanted a standing desk for so long. Between doing all the behind the scenes admin work, writing chapters about Axel and Noe, and then sitting for hours on end, drawing and working on the webtoon, my back has absolutely had enough. Building the desk was an experience. My boyfriend had already gotten one like this, so I was kind of aware of what to expect. Getting to finally press that button and watch the desk rise felt amazing. I already know this is going to be a game changer for my energy levels. Now, when I hit that afternoon slump, I can just stand up, put on some music and keep working. By the time the desk was built, the studio was an absolute disaster zone of boxes and tools, so I called it a night. Day 2 arrived and the best part of this whole project had arrived too, putting everything back together. But before that, I had another piece of furniture to build. A little cabinet from IKEA to store shop supplies under my old desk. It was the perfect size and didn't take up much space. Then it was time to finally put everything back together. I wanted to keep the top of the desks as minimal as possible, but with everything I needed to work so that I have room to breathe, sketch and film. I reorganized my shipping stations so that packing orders is an efficient process now instead of a scavenger hunt. I also moved some things around to make my working space more efficient and started organizing the new cabinet. Finally, I vacuumed one last time and put everything back in its place. And here is the final result. It is honestly so hard to believe this is the same room we started with yesterday. Having a clean, functional workspace makes such a difference in my motivation, honestly. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and keeping me company across this 2-day mess. If you enjoyed this studio reset, let me know in the comments, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!